All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am Is There No One Else? And the video I'm bringing you today, we are going to talk about the updated Vicious Death set and why this is going to be one of the most powerful sets in open world PvP for solo and small scale players in the Stonethorn, chapter. So with that being said, let's dive into it. I'm just wearing Crafty Elfique, Vicious Death front bar, Zon. I was running it from a previous test. I'm on my Magplar. Obviously this isn't an open world build. I'm not saying it is, but I put prismatics on, I get my health a little bit higher. I change my monster set to something a little bit more tanky, and then all of a sudden it is. But stats are roughly, as far as recovery goes, that's about where I'd want it. Yeah, tri-stat food, stams were roughly where I wanted. Health, I'd get a little bit higher, but yeah, it's nothing special. But, as we know, our proc sets aren't impacted by our overall build. So let's talk about VD. 2-piece spell damage, 3-piece max magicka, 4-piece spell crit, 5-piece spell pen, which is the new change. One of the new changes. So it used to not have spell pen for the 5-piece. This is going to make this set a lot more viable for open world 1vx builds. Oftentimes Vicious Death has been really nice in small scale groups. As you guys know, Stam has ran it, Mag has ran it. Any sort of ball groups typically run, they often run Vicious Death because that proc for defending flags is extremely valuable. You get a Vicious Death proc off of killing somebody and all of a sudden 2 or 3 more people die. If you've seen a good bomb clip, you get that domino effect of multiple explosions killing multiple people. Like it's going to be very, very effective. But the pen now on the 5-piece allows it to be a lot more effective for solo builds. So I'm going to be looking at this set for basically just about every mag class in the game that I play, and I play everything. So that's one of the changes. The other change that they made is they buffed the overall proc. So now when you kill a player, they violently explode for 33,263 flame damage to all their enemies in a 4-meter radius. Now this tooltip used to be around 20,000. Keep in mind, it is also buffed by malacath. So we are going to have over a 40,000 proc explosion when we kill somebody in an area. So when you look at this set, like I said, this is a magicka set, but that proc is so powerful. Just about, why wouldn't you look to run it on a stam tune? Why wouldn't you look to front bar this on a stam tune? You can run infused weapon damage, jewelry. You can get your defenses other ways. If you kill one squishy player, there's always a squishy player and two in a group. You kill them, you're probably killing somebody else. 40k VD proc goes a long ways. It goes a long ways. So, yeah, this is going to be very powerful. Solo, small scale, basically anybody that's not in a very large group would or should look to run this specific set. So it's already a very popular set. In my opinion, it's already very powerful. They buffed it by a lot, and this is going to be one of the most powerful sets in the game, in my opinion. Now, I've talked about procs quite a bit. You guys know where I stand on procs. I think that they should exist. I think that they should exist within, the balance of PvP. They should be a good, viable option. They shouldn't be the domineering thing. So for all the people that have been correctly upset that Fury and New Moon has been the meta for like the last 3 or 4 patches, it's now getting replaced by procs. We were getting to a good spot in Greymore where a lot of sets were becoming more viable, and then they reduced a couple sets. They buffed a few more, like War Maiden, Morag Tongue, a bunch of these other sets to kind of bring stuff more in line, and then they buffed all these proc sets. And now it's, all that balance is kind of thrown out the window because, if procs are as strong as they are, like I said, I'd be looking to run this. I'm going to look to run this on stam, because if I'm fighting like 6 people and I kill a squishy in a tower, like everybody within 4 meters of them is taking a 40k tooltip proc. Like they're going to explode and they're going to do a ton of damage. And it's like, well, why would I run anything else? If I can do 40k damage off of a squishy death, why would I run anything else? So yeah, this is going to be very powerful. If you're a bomber, you should be very, very excited. If you're any mag class, you should be pretty excited. If you're getting run down by a large amount of people, this is going to be the equalizer. This is going to be the equalizer for large groups. All you got to do is kill one, and then you're going to get that avalanche of effect, and lots of people are going to go down. So, as I've said before, guys, it's my opinion that procs are too strong. this is going to help solo and small scale players a lot more than it's going to help larger groups, because it's going to help them kill larger groups. I would like to overall see proc sets be addressed and get adjusted with malacath in mind. You know, malacath has already buffed proc sets in Greymore to a point to where in no CP everybody's running procs, and now they've come out and they've buffed a bunch more proc sets when it's already been the commandeering thing. And it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me that, you know, these proc sets are getting these buffs when it's already been, you know, the name of the game, and it's already been the strongest thing. It would be the same thing as like a couple patches ago, you know, Fury and New Moon was so strong, and then, you know what, they come out and they go, you know what, Fury is now 900 weapon damage. New Moon's now 800 weapon damage. We're just going to buff these sets. Who cares that it's been the meta and it's the strongest? We're just going to buff it and make it stronger. So that's my opinion. But yeah, if this goes live as it is, you will be seeing me running around with Vicious Death. I will be running Vicious Death. I will, yeah, I'll be killing a lot of players. So if you guys are watching this video, I don't do this often, but Vicious Death is going to get very expensive. It's going to get very popular. If you don't have it, go out and get it as quickly as possible. If it goes live as it is, you know, take your risk. You know, we got 2 weeks before it goes live. You know, it's possible that this gets adjusted. It's possible that other proc sets get adjusted, but they said there's going to be no more PTS. I would consider going out to get a set right now. Feel free to invest in as much VD as you want to potentially flip and make gold for the people that don't have it. But yeah, I'll be running this on my Magplar. I consider running on a Magsork. Magsork is one of those where I might not run this on, just because you can kind of stretch people out on a Magsork, you know? Like, you don't really fight in a tower in the same way you do on a Magplar or a MagDK. Like a MagDK, VD on the front bar is going to be very, very good. Mag Necro, obviously, you know, you hit your vulnerability ult with your synergy and you kill one person, you're gonna kill a bunch of people in that area with the new VD proc. Yeah, all those, you know, if I'm playing in a small group and I'm on a stam spec, you know, if I'm on my stam DK, I'll probably front bar VD, you know, because if my leap, you know, does 10k tooltip damage and I kill somebody, it's gonna do way more damage, you know. So that's how I'm looking at it. That's what I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm bounced around the other sets and I completely forgot about this set. So that's my opinion on Vicious Death. Of course, I want to get your guys' as well. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys are excited for the set, if you're going to go out and invest in it. Also, let me know what other sets you want me to cover. There's a bunch to cover in the next 2 weeks. I'm trying to do as many gear set reviews as possible. I can't cover them all. You know, I can only cover the most interesting ones. I will be covering the monster sets this week and a few more that other people have mentioned. But yeah, please comment, you know, what you kind of want to see, and if I think it's going to be pretty effective, I'll probably do a video on it and possibly talk about it. I might not cover it though, just depending on, you know, what the set is. So yeah, that's going to end this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.